Alright, same deal as before. I'm going to use hydrochloric acid. And I'm going to use marble chips. It's going to give me quite a bit of carbon dioxide gas, which is going to increase pressure. Now, in order to get the whole thing to work, you've got to put that bung in tightly. You got to make sure that this connection is airtight. Okay? Once you've got that, you're pretty much good to go. I'm going to go ahead and start Data Studio and show you what it looks like. Yeah, pretty similar to that. Okay, create experiment. It will give you this by default. Now when you're using Data Studio, I'll be happy to help you through the process, but when you're using Data Studio, basically you can choose whatever output you want. This is just going to give you the digits, right? Like what is the pressure, but that's not what I want. What I want is I want to capture the graph of pressure over time, okay? That's the thing that I'm most interested in, because by getting a graphical set of data, I can look at it and I can do things to it that will tell me how fast it's actually going. Right? So that's what I want. Now, basically, all I need to do is I need to start this thing. It's taking my baseline pressure, and then I dump a bunch of marble chips in there. Put the lid back on. And it doesn't look like much, but that's because of the scale. And if you draw down, you can see this change in the kilopascals going up. Alright? Now the machine is actually taking data that's much more precise than what you're seeing there. Okay, so you're seeing 3 significant digits, 102 to 103 kilopascal, but the machine is not reading just at 102 and 103, as you'll see here in just a moment. Yeah, definitely going up because you're producing gas and it's pressurizing the thing. And this is the reason I like to use the machine for this, because if you were to do this as a graph and only be able to do 101, 102, 103, then you've got big gaps between. But the machine is taking data about 10 times a second. Alright, so I'm going to stop it. And I'm going to take this off because I don't want to pressurize things too much. This will read up to 700 pascals, which is 7 atmospheres. Alright? But you're not going to be able to keep a plug in this thing, and even if you could, it would blow the thing apart at 700 pascals. Now, that doesn't look like much, but if you click on this button, which is scale to fit, it looks a lot different.
Why did it go down?
Because I took the plug out. Okay? So basically I'm going along, took the plug out, stuck the plug back in, pressed it in, pressurizes things inside there, and it takes off from that point. Okay? And you can see that this graph gives you a pretty obvious slope. Right? The slope tells you the rate of reaction. And then you can manipulate conditions to make the slope higher, faster, slower, lower and slower, whatever you like. Okay? So that's a pretty good way to do things. Any questions on that one before I move on to the next one? Got 2 more. All right.